Please be seated. We have come together to celebrate the joining of Joanna and Adam in marriage. They have prepared for this day with respect for each other, with consideration for those who love them and wish them well, and with hope for all that their future will bring. We share their joy in finding one another. They have asked me to express their love and gratitude for all who have come here to share in this celebration. And they ask that we be mindful of those who could not attend, especially Paul and Eleanor Larkin, Adam's grandparents, and Stewie and Carol Lieberman, the closest friends of Joanna's grandparents, and all those who are now gone, Gladys and Marshall Kalin, and Leonard Lister, Joanna's grandparents, and Jeffrey Cash, father of her dear friend, Libby. We sadly acknowledge the recent death of Adam's brother-in-law, Eric. Adam and Joanna miss Adam's sister, Kelly, and her children, Sarah and Sammy, who are grieving their loss at home. The joy of our celebration today is precious. The fragility of life and the inevitability of loss heighten our gratitude for this happy occasion, for the ties of kinship and friendship, and the love that gives our lives strength, comfort, and meaning. Joanna and Adam also acknowledge that marriage is a right not everyone can claim, not yet, and they enter this ceremony in solidarity with all those who wish to make public and legal their love and their commitment to one another. As we gather together in this beautiful place, surrounded by nature and this beloved company, may we all be inspired by the meaning of this ceremony. Molly Lister, Joanna's cousin on her father's side, will read the poem In Time Like Air by May Sarton.
Consider the mysterious salt. In water it must disappear. It has no self, it knows no fault. Not even sight may apprehend it. No one may gather it or spend it. It is dissolved and everywhere. But out of water into air, it must resolve into a presence, precise and tangible and here. Faultlessly pure, faultlessly white, it crystallizes in our sight and has defined itself to essence. What element dissolves the soul, so it may be both found and lost, in what's suspended as a whole? What is the element so blessed that their identity can rest, as salt in the water, clear water cast? Love, in its early transformation, and only love may so design it, that the self flows in pure sensation, is all dissolved and found at last, without a future or a past, and a whole life suspended in it. The faultless crystal of detachment comes after, cannot be created without the first intense attachment. Even the saints achieve this slowly. For us, more human, less holy. In time, like air, is essence stated.
Dear Adam and Joanna, you stand together now in the presence of your family and friends on this long-awaited day to declare your love for one another and your intention to honor this love in all the days to come. You have approached this moment with self-knowledge, trust in one another, a healthy sense of what it means to be a couple in today's world, personal courage, and the support of all those who love you. There is so much joy in this moment because of who you are and who you will become together. Soon you will be making your vows with all of us as your witnesses. but you have also chosen to write each other letters, which you are sharing with each other privately, to honor and nurture that part of yourselves that belongs only to each other. In this way, you are acknowledging that marriage is both public and deeply personal at the same time. Our part is to respect that truth and to recognize that your marriage takes place not only here today, but also in the large and small, deeply felt and perhaps even unspoken experiences that have brought you together so far. Adam and Joanna, my heart is full and happy for you. Thank you for allowing me the honor of officiating at your marriage. Erin McEntee will read from The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Erin is Joanna's friend for many years.
I love you, Buttercup said. I know this must come as something of a surprise to you, since all I've ever done is scorn you, and degrade you, and taunt you. But I have loved you for several hours now, and every second more. I thought an hour ago that I loved you more than any woman has ever loved a man, but a half hour after that I knew that what I felt before was nothing compared to what I felt then. But 10 minutes after that, I understood that my previous love was a puddle compared to the high seas before a storm. Your eyes are like that. Did you know? Well, they are. How many minutes ago was I? 20? Had I brought my feelings up to then? Doesn't matter. Buttercup still could not look at him. The sun was rising now. She could feel the heat on her back, and it gave her courage. I love you so much more now than 20 minutes ago that there cannot be comparison. I love you so much more than when you opened your hovel door that there cannot be comparison. There is no room in my body for anything but you. My arms love you. My ears adore you. My knees shake with blind affection. My mind begs you to ask it something so that it can obey. Do you want me to follow you for the rest of your days? I will do that. Do you want me to crawl? I will crawl. I will be quiet for you, or I will sing for you. If you are hungry, let me bring you food. Or if you have thirst and nothing will quench it but Arabian wine, I will go to Arabia, even though it is across the world, and bring back a bottle for your lunch. Anything there is that I can do for you, I will do for you. Anything there is I cannot do, I will learn to do.
Do you, Adam, take Joanna to be your wedded wife? Do you promise to love, honor, and respect her? Do you promise to be with her in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, from this day forward, as long as you both shall live? Do you, Joanna, take Adam to be your wedded husband? Do you promise to love, honor, and respect him? Do you promise to be with him in sickness and in health, in sorrow and in joy, from this day forward, as long as you both shall live? Now will you please repeat your vows after me? I, Adam, take you, Joanna, to be my wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. I, Joanna, take you, Adam, to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. The circle is a powerful symbol going back to nature itself. The earth is round, the sun and moon, both round, come forth and go down again in a circle. Even the seasons form a great circle as they change and always come back again to where they are. With no beginning or end and with no point of weakness, the circle is a reminder of eternity and resilience. Let the circle of your rings become the symbol of your love and faithfulness, endless and strong. Your rings also carry the message that you are individuals and yet not alone. You belong to one another. They will always stand for the union you create now. Keep each other safe in the circle of your love. Adam, as you place the ring on Joanna's finger, repeat after me from the Song of Solomon. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Joanna, as you place the ring on Adam's finger, repeat, I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Let us turn inward in silent reflection on what we wish for these two people. Sergio Parada, a close friend of the Lister family and an important man in Joanna's life, will read the poem Litany by Billy Collins.
I'm supposed to do this without crying. You are the bread and the knife, the crystal goblet and the wine. You are the dew on the morning grass and the burning wheel of the sun. You are the white apron of the baker and the marsh birds suddenly in flight. However, you're not the wind in the orchard, the plums on the counter, or the house of cards, and you're certainly not the pine-scented air. There's just no way that you're the pine-scented air. It is possible that you are the fish under the bridge, maybe even the pigeon on the general's head, but you're not even close to being the field of cornflowers at dusk. And a quick look in the mirror will show that you're neither the boots in the corner nor the boat asleep in the boathouse. It might interest you to know, speaking of the plentiful imagery of the world, that I am the sound of the rain on the roof. I also happen to be the shooting star, the evening paper blowing down the alley, and the basket of chestnuts on the kitchen table. I am also the moon in the trees and the blind woman's teacup. But don't worry, I'm not the bread and the knife. You are still the bread and the knife. You will always be the bread and the knife. Not to mention the crystal goblet and, somehow, the wine.
Forasmuch as Joanna and Adam have consented together in marriage and have witnessed before this company and have made solemn vows to each other and have declared them by giving and receiving their rings, I pronounce that they are husband and wife. And the final reading will be Me Without You by Lisa Swirling and Ralph Lazar, read by Allegra Kalin, Joanna's cousin on her mother's side.
I'm sorry if I cry. Okay. Me without you. Sky without blue. Foe without shoe. Cow with moo. Kung without foo. Biker without tattoo. Ghost without boo. Morning without dew. Eskimo without igloo. Tango without two. Peak without view. Much without ado. Paddle without canoe. Chimney without flue. Detective without a clue. Kango without a roo. Wreck without rescue. Zoo without new. Rainbow without hue, cock without a doodle-doo, doctor with flu, a cook without his sue, a witch without her brew, Mowgli without Baloo. Politicians with issue, mercenary without coup, ballerina without tutu, an unfinished haiku, ram without you, just kidding. Sneeze without a chew, cold fondue, panda without bamboo, a non-spicy vindaloo, a book that's overdue, a knot I can't undo. Me without you, what would I do?
What you will do is go forward to live your lives together in happiness, trust, and courage, and with the spirit of this day forever. May it be so. Adam, you may now kiss your bride.
Shoes.